Good morning, everyone. I have been sitting here working away, and I thought I needed to turn on the camera. I've decided that I wanted to make some coins. So I started out by cutting up my junk mail flyers, the heavy ones. And so I was just sitting here gluing them together, and I thought, why am I not doing this on a video? So I have a few more to do, and then I've got a whole mess of these little ones, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to use those for texture, height. I want to decorate these, and I may even do a canvas with some of them. And as you can see, some of them are not cut real straight. So what I've been doing is I've been laying these that didn't get cut real good in between the better ones and making it a little thicker by adding 3, because these are not, you know, the strongest things in the world. They're not chipboard by any means, but they're pretty good cardstock. So I'm just laying down those that have an odd edge in between 2 or 3 or whatever, you know, I have to make it thicker and to give it some, you know, it's not going to show. And so that's what I'm doing. It's just gluing these all together right now. And this is another one that's cut a little odd. So, and I'm using Mod Podge. I'm just using, I mixed up a new batch of Mod Podge this morning, which is just glue and water, basically. And, okay, put that right on top. And that gives me 3 layers. Make sure you go around your edges, push them together really tight. And I don't worry about getting any Mod Podge out on the top. Sometimes you have to go back to the one you just did and press them again because they come apart just a little bit. These are slick, and I didn't sand them. I'm too lazy to. I'm too lazy to. But they'll work. Once I get the gesso on them and the stuff that I want on them, they're going to work. And I've got enough here for one more. So, you know, and I just punched them out with a 2.5 inch hole punch. I have 3 punches, these 2 are one of them. So anyway, this one's going to go in the center, so I'm going to put it down and get there under my thumb and lay it down. And then go over the top of it and get one more. And I've got lots more cardboard that I could do, but I thought I'd start with these. So I have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 4 layers and it's really thick. Wants to pull just a little bit right there. 7, and there's 8 of the disc. And now I've got all these little ones, and they're not all correct either, because I was just using my paper that I had left and making the little ones. So I will do them the same way and stack them up 3 at a time. So they have some height. I might even put 4 on them because I want them to definitely have some height on them. So there's a set, and a little bit of glue on that. But that's one that's a little cut off there on that. Here's another one that could go in the. No, that's just got a spot on it. Did a little better with these than the others. There's one. And we can put that in that one. And then cover the top. And that was actually on a fold. Okay. And stick them down together. And when we layer these, see, that'll give us some height. Not as much as I wish, but it will give us some texture. So, that's what I'm looking for, is texture and height, and so we can just play and decorate. And I'm going to do some mixed media on these, and I want to be able to use them in my books. So that's okay. That's another one. I mixed up the gesso, which is 1/4 cup of water, and it's even. It's 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of paint, and 1/4 cup of glue to make gesso. And you can use any kind of paint. You can use house paint that you have left over, whatever. It's easy to make. So that's one of the things I want to do, is run to the hardware store, because they always have paint that's been mixed and it's the wrong color, and it comes back to them. And you know, you can use any color gesso. If you're just making a base for other paints, you can use any color of gesso. And I've used my good acrylic paint, and you know, that's just silly to do when you can go and buy a really cheap can of paint and make it with that. And I made texture paste, which is basically about the same recipe. You want to use glue, water, a little bit of paint, and baby powder, and mix it together and make it thick. And there's lots of recipes on the internet, but mine is the quarter cup, or half cup, depending on what I want to make. And a lot of people use plaster Paris. I don't buy anything for like that. I don't see any need in it. So I buy everything at the Dollar Tree and throw it together and, you know, make it cheap. But you can buy joint compound for texture paste. And again, you can buy that at the hardware store. And don't forget, if you're going to be at the hardware store, to buy some the tape, the sticky tape along with it, because it makes great texture on things. I've been watching them use it, and I love the way it looks on it. Okay, how many more do I have? I'm going to make this one real thick, because I'm just about done with this. I'm going to put 4 in this one. Glue right there. I'm going to pick it up. And as you can see, they're sliding all over. This one has come apart. I'm going to stick a little glue right back down in there and squeeze it back down again. And you have to pick them up and push them right back down after they get set up just a little bit to keep them together. Which I don't care if I get sticky. I like being messy. So, okay, this is our disc. Besides, that glue will give it a tooth to take paint. And I'm going to put my lid on. I need some water to put my brush in. I hate to use my new pretty jar, but I guess I will, since I've used my other one to... Oh, and I got happy mail from Lana yesterday. Oh my gosh. At the end of this, I will show you what she sent. Well, I don't know. I may have to wash my hands and show you what she sent, because I would like to use some of it in my mixed media. So, while we're letting these dry a little bit, we could just do that. Get the glue off the desk. Excuse the way my desk looks. It's time for a new top. This is just contact paper. Those are stuck before I wash my hands up. Okay. I'm spread them out a little bit. Don't want them sticking together. Alrighty, I'm gonna wash my hands. Anyway, Lana Adachi. I will have to look at her name to be able to say it right. Don't bungle her name, Mary. She's a sweetheart. She sent me an envelope full of things. Adachi. And the envelope she sent me is absolutely gorgeous. The stamps are not postmarked. So I've got these beautiful bird stamps. And she just painted one side, but look at the pretty Christmas tree on it. It's just really pretty. And the scene here. And inside of it, there was this beautiful little journal. Look at that art tile. Is that not pretty? And it's hearts. And it's got some pretty little strings and beads on the side. And you open it up, and what a cute little art journal this will be. And I thought I would use some of the pages for wipe-offs and maybe just little bits and pieces that I have left. And she's painted some of them that I would not touch. Look at those beautiful papers. You know, those are hers. I wouldn't touch them. But the blank ones, yeah, I can add to it. And what a pretty little cover she made. It's just cute. And her tie, I got an altered paper clip. It has a little butterfly or dragonfly on it and a little bead at the bottom, or a little rope looking thing, and that just hooks around it. So I have a tassel. And then she sent me a pumpkin. And look at this card. Whoop, wait a minute. Oh, this is, wait a minute, that's somebody else's. Hang on. Put that down. I'll show you that in a minute. Then this envelope, which look how it hooks. I love that. And it opens up. And then there's a beautiful piece in there. I love that craft paper. That's just awesome. And she sent me a nice letter. And thank you, Lana, for that. And she sent me this card. And it says Merry and Bright. There's a little deer on it here. And it looks like a little book. And then you open it up. And it has Merry and Bright and ornaments all over it. And it says, may the joyful sounds of Christmas fill your life with peace and love. Hugs, Lana. And then this beautiful piece. How pretty will this be in an art journal? Look at that sunflower. I will use that. And look at this. This napkin. It's so pretty. So that'll be pretty in one. And she sent me pattern paper, sewing pattern. And look at this one. This is just on an envelope. And she's textured both sides and painted a piece of eco dye. Beautiful. And then this pretty piece. Another piece of eco dyeing. And another one. And homemade paper, which is something I have never tried. And here is tea stained paper. And then it looks like maybe a Kool-Aid dyed paper. That beautiful papers, beautiful stuff. The journal is just as cute as it can be. And I loved it, Lana. Thank you so much. And then this card is from Debbie Dieter, D-E-T-T-O-R, from the Art Bar. And again, oh, look at that. It has not been canceled either. This Santa Claus here. And it says, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And look at those colors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful artwork. So, these kind of got me going. I thought, I need some texture. I need some things to play with. So I thought, why not make some coins, artist coins. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here playing. And we may not get too much done before I have to stop and restart the video. So this may be in 2 or 3 parts. But before you start, and I hope you do with me, cut you out some rounds, and they can be 2.5 inches, whatever you want. If you don't have a punch, you can always draw around the base of something and make you the round. You know, a jar. That one was a little small, so is that one, but I'm sure you can find something, a bowl that would make, make your lines. And like I said, I'm using junk mail. So just start laying it together until you get them the size you want. And then I did these, I think these are inch. I don't remember. No, they're 1.5 inches. These are 1.5 inch circles. And get those together. And I'm going to stop this one right here and dry these up. And when I come back, we will do some gessoing, some texture on these, and go to playing. So I hope you all will join in the fun. If you don't want to, that's fine. You can watch. Because when I get these done, I'm going to do a canvas. So I may even alter that tag. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for joining me for a quick little show and tell here. And the recipes again for Mod Podge is glue and water. I fill this almost completely up and then just add enough water to thin it down just a little bit for my Mod Podge. The gesso is 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. Paint, water, glue, and baby powder. You can make it in any size you want. You can use a cup, however you want to do it and however much you want to make. I don't make a great big bottle. And so that's my gesso. And I can show you real quick. Let me get my paintbrush out of there that was in the glue. And okay. And I'll paint this circle real quick. Now that's on black. Of course, I picked up something off the table. But there's the gesso. Then I made texture paste, and it's just a little heavier on your baby powder, glue, and I use a little white paint and a little bit of water. And as you can see, it's heavier. And probably not all the stuff is out of it. But let me find a stencil real quick, and we'll see how it looks. Let's see, where did I put my box? I had it out yesterday. And of course, it is not back where it should be. Oh, there it is. I think it's down here in the floor. We'll see. No. I'm never prepared. I guess y'all know that by now. Have no clue. Have no clue where my stencil is now, except maybe up here. Aha! It's in that box. It's in that box. And I've got a little heart stencil here. We'll lay this down on here. And I'm going to just pick that up with my brush. Tap that in. And lift it up. And there's the texture paste. So, yeah, it works and it's cheap. And like I said, you can use dollar store items. So, you know, it's up to you how you want to do it. If you want to buy it, that's fine. You can color this any color you want. And again, using the paint, if you use it from the hardware store, you can make it all sorts of colors and it's still a background. And the only thing you want to do is make sure you get it off your stencil as fast as you can. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't buy some from the hardware store and try it. Joint compound. So, and it's made with plaster Paris, and it is basically the same thing. So, yeah. So go make you some stuff up and come on back and we'll do another one of these. I don't know if it'll go up today because this 25-minute video will take about 3 hours to upload. So, but I'll do a series of these and put them up every day and we'll have some fun. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.